Hey everybody, John Swift here. Today I am walking down some downtown streets. I don't even know what street this is. But I wanted to talk a little bit about a serious subject. Life. That's it, just life. I like to try to keep a lot of these vlogs kind of light. Okay, don't stop. It's okay. She didn't stop, but that's okay. We're on Oak Street and Rawls Avenue. It's the Laurel Park Historic District. That's where we are. I didn't know there was a Laurel Park Historic District, but you can see some of the houses are kind of older houses. They've got that Spanish style look to it. Spanish tile roofs and stuff. You know, some of these houses have been, of course, are historic, and some of them are like apartments. They've broken up the house into apartments, and some of them are like businesses too. Pretty neat, pretty unusual in this, because the normal kind of houses that you would have in this area would be the more wood, traditional roof, hip roof with, what do you call those? The non-tile. I can't even say that, but I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. Anywho, that's not why I'm... So back to the subject of life. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I promised myself that not only would I do like the fun vlogs where I'm out jumping on trampolines or at some festival or something like that, but I wanted to do vlogs about the serious stuff that goes on with me too, because I like to be able to look back on these vlogs, these weekly vlogs, to see what I'm doing or what I was doing in the past. It's kind of neat to look up in July 27th, what was I doing that day? So, along with life, there are the ups and downs, and I've done a couple vlogs on adversity about how, you know, sometimes you're having good times and sometimes you have bad times. I wouldn't say necessarily I'm having bad times in terms of something bad happened, but more in terms of just feeling a little depressed or feeling a little unmotivated. And searching my brain, I can't really think of a specific reason that is causing me to feel somewhat depressed and unmotivated and not really a lot of energy. But the thing that does motivate me is getting out and walking and exercising, because I usually feel better when I come back. It sort of gets everything loosened up, you know, gets the chemicals in the brain going. And I apologize if this is a repetitive type of thing, but sometimes I just reiterate things because check out that little stream. Reminds me of North Carolina. Maybe it's a creek. It's funny when I see those little creeks in here, because you can't even tell that that's there. If you were walking along the street right here and you looked right here, you wouldn't even be able to tell there was a creek there because of all the bushes. That's kind of interesting. And then there's usually the creek runs under the street right here. I kind of wish they had more creeks, because I used to vacation in North Carolina and they used to have creeks, and sometimes just between the houses there'd be like a little creek stream running. I always find that that's refreshing and calming to have little streams. Unfortunately, Sarasota is so flat that it's not like a babbling brook, it's more like a sitting still brook. But anyway, yeah, so along with not feeling super motivated, like I said, not particular reasons that I can think of, other than just struggling to pay bills and stuff like that, which, I mean, everybody has that issue. Sometimes depression or whatever malaise is not really, there's not a major cause, like something happened, but I'm just trying to keep focused on the positive, saying I do have a lot in my life. I have friends, I have family that cares about me, I have a girlfriend that cares about me, I own a home and I own my motorcycle. I don't have any payments on that. It's a lot to be positive, a lot to be thankful for in those terms. Well, check out this house. Sorry, I interrupted that, but the street has some pretty neat places. Look at that garage with all those little pieces of wood. This place is pretty neat too. Pretty cool. A pink house with fish. These fish here. It's very arty looking. And they've got like a neat stained glass window there. It's a pretty cool house. The guy just honked at me. Why is that guy honking at me? For no reason. Is he honking at me or honking at somebody else? One day I almost got ran over by a bus right here. Because I was pulling out and somehow I looked to the left. I didn't see the bus coming. Scared the heck out of me. How you doing? Some nice old-fashioned two-story houses. I wonder what that says right there. It says red on the sign. Red Realty Property. Red Property. The house across the street, I guess it's Red Property Realty something. Anyway. Okay, so back to our subject. Well, there's so many houses here that I think are cool. I don't know about you, but for some reason I just love to house look. Because some of these houses are really old. Some of these are, I would say, maybe built in the 20s or 30s. Just really interesting design. I mean, if you bought a new house today, they wouldn't look like that with the porch and everything. I just think that's pretty nifty. I like front porches. I guess I don't have a front porch on my house, so that's probably why I think the grass is greener. All right, so we're at 7 minutes and 17 seconds. So I wanted to make this under 10 minutes, hopefully, so it isn't just like a dragging on, because I don't want to bore you guys. But one more shot of this house. Look at all this stuff. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Wow. Look at all this stuff. There's like, I don't know what that is, trash can lids. It actually looks like trash can lids. Look at that stuff. And there's actually something in the tree there. It was pretty interesting. I didn't realize it was going to be, look at, there's like a mannequin, the bottom part of a mannequin and the top torso of a mannequin in the tree right there. And then there's something else, kind of artwork. It's very interesting. I don't know if this, the stuff that is in these houses, there's some more stuff right there. I don't know what those are. They look like trash can lids. I can't tell. I don't know if the stuff in the yard was done by an artist or the person that lived there is the artist. That'd be interesting to ask if I saw somebody out there one day. Okay, so I'm rambling again and I'm getting off track, but yeah, like I said, motivation. Yesterday I wasn't very motivated. I just thought I would blow off most of the day and sit home, pop a movie in, took a nap after like around 12. Didn't really do much, did some stuff on the internet, and then I went to work at 3 in the afternoon. So I wasn't really, I could have mowed the lawn yesterday, or I could have done some laundry and stuff, but I didn't really do that. I just kind of was doing a whole lot of nothing. So I checked that off to sort of just lack of energy, lack of motivation, which that happens to everybody, I'm sure. Happens to everybody, lack of motivation. But what motivates me, like I said, is coming out, getting outside. I believe strongly in the fact that sunshine gives your body vitamin K, and that sort of helps your brain, I think, and you sort of gives you energy, vitamin K. And it's nice to come out in the sunshine. I mean, it feels good. It's pretty fairly cool today. Not hot, but not cool. Somewhere in the middle. Especially when the sun comes out. The sun just came out from the clouds, but when the clouds are out, it's nice. A lot of interesting houses around here. I always wonder, hey, there's a really cool motorcycle over there too. wonder if we should go look at that. I'm trying not to get ran over by a bus. This looks like a really old motorcycle. I went by here one day, and I wonder if it was a real Enfield or if it was a reproduction, but it looks pretty old, doesn't it? Royal Enfield. Pretty neat. You don't see those. I don't really know anything about that brand, but I do know that you don't see Royal Enfields very much. So I just wanted to say, very long form is, for me, exercising makes that glumness go away. So I suggest you could try it if you haven't tried that. Just get out and walk. Sometimes I don't have the energy to run, so I just try to go out and walk. And today I was really debating whether to go out. I was like thinking, I don't really feel like it, but I think I need to get out. It's kind of a little war in your head, up here where your cranium is. You're saying, on one side you're saying, I don't feel like doing anything. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll jog Wednesday. I don't need to do that today. But then there's part of me that's the logical side is saying you need to go out and exercise. It's good for you. I have high cholesterol, and jogging is good for your soul and your motivation and you physically. And the better you feel physically, I think mentally it goes along with that. Mentally. So that's my 2 cents for today. I'm always encouraging people to be positive, to think, not unrealistically necessarily, but the positive parts of your life. Focus on the positive parts of your life. And I will probably end up doing more vlogs that reiterate, probably I will do more vlogs on encouraging positivity. There's a guy that has a slogan called Quest for Positivity. It's Q for P, and he tweets that a lot. When something's really kind of crappy happening, staying positive, looking at, and I'll give you a quick example. I was going to end this, but I'll give you a quick example of Quest for Positivity. And it's not getting ran over by cars or a big Brinks truck like this one. That would stink if I get ran over by a really large truck like that, because I don't think it would be much of a survival rate there. But I'm staying positive. So, an example of staying positive. The example I want to give you is, the other day I was riding my motorcycle and the chain came off. I'm not exactly sure how the chain came off, but it did come off. And I was driving down, I would say 2 blocks from my house, and instantly I felt like a loss of power, and so I pulled over and I noticed the chain fell off, and I've been having problems. My chain is getting older, I knew that. I did buy one, but I hadn't put it on yet. So I saw the rat. So I didn't let myself get upset, because I thought this could be a lot worse. I could have been 10 miles from home, and I would have had to figure out how to get back. And the thing that was kind of stinky was, I say stinky in replace of a bad word, crappy, is that my girlfriend didn't answer the phone. I was going to call her to come get me, but it only took me about 10 minutes to walk home, maybe even less than that. So I wasn't that far from home. I went home and got some tools. I fixed the chain, got back on my motorcycle, rode back home, and it wasn't a big deal. I didn't, in the past I could have gotten super upset about that, really pissed. But I just said, is it worth getting that pissed over something that's like that? I mean, stuff happens, stuff breaks. Could have been a lot worse. I could have been doing 60 miles an hour. Chain could have broke and something really bad could have happened. The chain could have flew up and hit me, or could have gotten an accident or something. But I look at the positive aspect of it and saying, it stinks that the chain fell off. Could have been worse. Wasn't a big deal. I rode the motorcycle home. Next day I ended up putting a new chain on, and everything was cool. By the way, now we're at 14 minutes. So there goes my chance to have a 10-minute vlog. This is the site. I did another video. I think it's called revisiting the site of a house explosion. This vacant lot is the place where there was an explosion in the front of the house. And just to make this super short, there was a propane tank. There was guys working on the house that used to be here. The propane tank somehow got ignited. A big fireball blew up. This house was all engulfed in fire. I ended up covering it when I was working for the news, the ABC station here locally. I did a whole video on it. It's on this channel, the John Swift Live channel. You can go back to maybe 3 or 4 videos in from where the first videos are. Like I said, if you go to playlists, it's in Tales from TV Land, I believe. There's the stories I talked about when I used to cover TV news and stuff like that. So just real quick. So now I'm going to end this vlog and go do some more exercise. And I hope you guys have a great week. Stay positive. Stay motivated. Get some exercise. I hope you guys are well. We'll see you in the next vlog. Take care, guys. I mean it.